Normally we forget it. Hi, my name is Alok. I'm father of two boys, nine trees, husband to one of the most beautiful princes of the world. I'm an engineer, an MBA, an entrepreneur, traveler, author, blogger, podcaster, a parenting expert, and a business enthusiast for the last 20 years. And I'm here helping all those aspiring business owners or existing entrepreneurs to build and scale up their business in multiple level of ROIs and make you time independent. So, business owners, entrepreneurs, friends, today I'm going to talk about customer retention, right? We all know that customers are very, very important for our businesses, right? But we normally do certain mistakes understanding what our customers are looking for, and somehow we don't focus on retaining our customers, right? We think that okay, somebody has been our customers, will be fetching more and more customers later on. But the data says that customer retention should be focused more. Why? That I'll be talking about in this video. So watch this video till the very end, because I'm going to talk about something very, very new to you, right? So customer retention is more valuable than customer acquisition. So some people say that it costs 5 times as much to earn a new customer than it does to retain a existing customer, right? Some people also say that retaining customers is even 7 times more valuable. But finally, what do you want? Acquiring a new customer is anywhere from 5 to 25 times more expensive than retaining an existing one. So these numbers may be a little fizzy, but the point is that customer retention is cheaper, more profitable, and in lots of ways easier than and customer acquisition. So in this video, I'm going to talk about what does customer retention mean, and what are some proven strategies, and what are the benefits of customer retention. So what is customer retention? Let me define it for you. Customer retention or client retention is the process of turning one time buyers into repeat customers. So the word retention has been derived from the word retain, and the retain word basically means that is just a fancy way of saying keep with you, right? So the goal of customer retention is to keep your existing customers along with you throughout your business journey. So the goals and method of retaining customers vary as or something like that. And you must be seeing how Amazon, Flipkart, Walmart, everybody is doing their own customer retention and loyalty programs, right? So, but all the sectors, take any business, the idea is to provide a level of quality and service that keeps people coming back to you, which is called customer retention. And that is why we need to be perfect in our customer retention activities, right? So I'm going to talk about now what are customer retention programs. So customer retention programs are simply activities that binds your customers to get involved yourself. These are activities and tactics which improve the customer experience, saying that okay, if I have made a decision to go with this company, I'm really happy I made the right decision, right? So the objective of this programs is to encourage customer to repurchase while also advocating for the brand's product or service. You may be using one product, but if your experience is good, you'll be recommending the company's other product as well to your fellow members, families, colleagues, and all those things. So that is what customer retention does, right? So customer retention programs can take several forms, but we'll keep it to the tactics that are designed for normally different businesses, right? So let's talk about a few of the customer retention benefits, because it is very much important to retain a customer. As I told you, the cost is very low and you get to know more about your products, the feedbacks and everything is there. So aside from the fact that it's more expensive to acquire new customers than is to keep existing customers, there are many other reasons that customer retention is important, right? So retaining customers are 50% more likely to purchase from you than a new customer, and they tend to spend about 33% more. That is what the data says. So not only is it is less expensive to keep your customers, but it's actually more profitable in the long run as well. So retained customers can also help reduce your marketing costs. And happy customers, when they return to you, they also tell about all your products which they are using to their family and friends. So word of mouth advertising drives more sales than paid advertising, and this goes up to 5 times more, right? So the trust you get from your happy customers will drive more sales, decrease your advertising cost, and save you lots of money, right? So now I'm going to give you some quick rundown of the benefits of customer retention, right? So number one is a 5% increase in retention rate will increase profits by 25 to 95% according to Harvard University, right? Number two is builds brand awareness and reputation by word of mouth advertising from your loyal customers. Because as I told you that all these customers are human beings, and human beings connect. Once they connect with you, they're happy, they'll be talking more about you. Number three is gives you the opportunity to build constructive relationship with your customers. Number four is allows you to identify and fix flaws by receiving feedback and listening to your customers' needs. Number six is loyal customers are more willing to try or experiment with your new products. So suppose they have been using one of your products, they are happy, they are loyal to your brand. So even if you are launching a new product and there is something wrong, even they are happily there to accept those flaws and be telling you to improve on it. So 6 times more, this is more likely to happen that an existing customer is more likely to get into an experiment mode with your new product. This is what the study says. And number seven, eight is your customers are more willing to be forgiving of your mistakes if they feel loyal to you. So we all are humans. No product in this world is perfect. No service is perfect. So if you have a loyal customer, they'll be forgiving for your mistakes because they understand that you are doing a good job and they're happy with your product, right? So these things are going to improve your overall brand reputation and going to give you a long term benefit. Now I'm going to talk about how you can improve your customer retention. As I told you, benefits, I've already told you the reason, the definition. Now what are the best practices that you need to do to improve your customer retentions, right? So number one is set realistic expectations. Setting realistic expectation is so important if you are trying to improve your customer retention rate. So it can give a huge impact on your business ability to keep your customers. Setting right kind of an expectations, what product you are going to give them and what problem they are going to be solved with the help of your product. These expectations should be perfectly set in your customer's mind whenever they are interacting with you. Number two is create a loyalty program. You must be seeing, even if you're going to Big Bazaar or Amazon or Flipkart, they do some kind of a loyalty program that you go and buy again and again. Maybe in terms of some reward points, some payback points, or some cashback offers or something like that. So a customer loyalty program should be an integral part of your customer retention system. These programs reward your customers by giving them incentives to come back to you and shop with you, as I told you. Number three is pay attention to your customers' questions. See, as I told you, nobody in this world is perfect, and your customers would be having many queries about your product as well. So, you know how you sometimes need an extra set of eyes to edit because it's impossible to spot your own typos. We do mistakes. Even if I write something, I cannot read my mistakes and cannot make it out. So, somebody else is required. So, your customers are there. Questions, if they're asking, you need to pay attention. May be a very silly question, no doubt about it, or no issues at all. So even if it is a very small thing, listen to what they're saying. At times the customers may be wrong, but still you need to listen to them, right? So paying attention to questions about your product is a great way to keep the customers, and a very simple way to retain your customer. Number four is pay attention to their complaints. So the reality is customer retention depends on customer satisfaction. I repeat, customer retention depends on customer satisfaction. So if your customers are happy with the service that you provide, why would they come back for a second visit, right? If they are unhappy, they will not be coming to you, right? So this means that every complaint you receive is like a mini customer satisfaction survey to make sure that you use them to improve your customer retention rates, right? So essentially, if you get a complaint, don't ignore it. No way. It's the best practice to take care of it as soon as possible and make sure you have a satisfied customer in the end. Number 5 is be active on social media. So even if your customers forgets about you, it's very difficult for you to then retain, but it's a better way to stay on the top of their mind by engaging them on the social media. So today, as I told you, social media is not a choice, it's a compulsion nowadays if you're in a business. So this social media is going to be a part of a customer retention strategy, and it should be. Then bake it into the customer's journey. Put social media buttons, whatever communication you're going to make with your customers, may it be in header, footer, on your websites, on your social media channels, so that they can engage with you at whatever platform they are looking at, right? Now, start saying thank you. So target customers saying and showing your gratitude on the social media. So social media can help with your customers retention by letting your target past buyers, like example, you have Facebook, Instagram, and all those things where you can target your audience based on the pages your customer has visited. Whenever they like your page, say a thank you, make it automated, right? So that they feel elated, so that they are thinking that, and they obviously everybody knows that this automation is working, but still they feel happy that somebody is saying thank you to me, right? Number 7 is use email. Each email you are sending to your customer has to be perfectly in the sense that it makes sense to them, and that is one of the best ways to retain customers. We normally send emails, but we don't ask them, don't use them, right? So we talked earlier about how important setting expectation is. So every email can be a part of that process as well. So whenever they send an order to you, send them on confirmation on email. Whenever there is something happening, you please send an email to them, so this will keep your customer intact with you. And whenever they get in touch with you, even if for a follow up, say thank you. So these are great opportunities that you can use to set expectations, engage customers, and increase your customer retention rate. So once your customer becomes an email subscriber, if you have an email database, even in the long run, you don't have to run ads, right? So you can use segmentation. For example, you could create segment based on the specific product that your customer has purchased, right? So how much they have spent, how much they have used the discounted code, whatever you have sent to them, all these can be uh, documented and used and reused multiple times in your future business. Number 8 is market your customers' interest. So whenever we talk about customer retention, one thing is clear. Your marketing material must be aligned with your customers' interest. Why? See, if it is not of your interest, why are you going to listen to them? Right? So if you are going to improve your customer retention rate, you are not going to do that by just sending your customers an email which has nothing to do with their interest, right? So they'll not be engaged and it will be just a spam email, I would say. So if you are thinking about trying some new content on your social media channels, it's important that you assess why your followers would be liking or commenting on the first place, right? Is the new content that you want to post going to jeopardize their existing relationship? So all these things you have to do research based on your customers data which you have. See what interest they are into, and based on that you create social media and engage with them. Number 9 is engage in social responsibility. So as I mentioned before, high customer retention rates hinges on your buyers feeling good factor, not only about the products that they have purchased from you, but also with the full buying experience they have. And this includes price, quality, communication, engagement, and so on and so forth, right? But you can also make your customer feel good by letting them know that you are doing something very good, you are contributing to the society, and this is where social responsibility can have an impact, right? So social responsibility refers to activity that help people in need, and lots of online business and offline business do a brilliant job of incorporating social responsibility into their business and letting customers know about it. You must have heard about, like, Mr. Mahindra has given Mahindra vehicles. Mr. Ratan Tata has also given vehicles, there's electrical vehicles to the Olympic and Paralympic champions who have reached to that level. Either they have won a medal or not, but they have been awarded. This kind of a social responsibility and social engagement is also good to engage with your customers and create your customer retentions better. And last but not the least is to be honest, right? So our final customer retention strategy is very simple. It's one which you have probably been taught throughout your life, that you have to be honest and you have to be simple. It might sound a little vague at first, but there are a lot of people who have been burned by businesses before if they have you know made false promises, sold faulty products, or they have made confusing refund policy, return policy. They have charged heavily which are not advance lead told to the customers on something else. So people lose trust if you do all those kinds of things. So friends and parents, it's been a long video, I believe, but I request you to all understand why customer retention is primarily important, because it has lots of things to do your business, and they are one of the pillars of your business, taking all your business to a newer heights. So thank you all, thank you for watching me live. Looking forward to see you in my another episode. Thank you, bye bye.